right. Get myself muted here. A little tool to get me started. Grab a cup of coffee. Take a look at some markets. Oh, currencies, man. World currencies, not just Bitcoin. Right? The world is crazy right now. If you're paying attention. And if you're not, come join me. Because I am. Alright, let's cut this music here. We got some house cleaning. Gonna do a couple giveaways. Look at some quick markets. I'll try to wrap this up quickly. Need to jump on Twitter and give some freaking Bitcoin away. I mean, what's more fun than that? I don't know of anything. All the chats are open. Hit me up, whatever method is more convenient to you. Let's get this feed moved over here. Looking at the Bitcoin chart this morning on the 1 hour. Looks like we're taking a little nosedive. Gonna go test this 11.6 range. Open interest on BitMEX, $990 million. $5.2 billion in the last 24 hours, so still quite a bit of movement. We'll see what this momentum does, because we're definitely on a little downward trend here on the 1 hour. Cryptocurrency markets are definitely being affected by the other markets right now. So we need to talk about some global FX markets and what's actually happening right now, kind of what I think is happening. Some of my theories on some of that stuff. So I'm not going to do anything right away here. I just want to get my giveaways done. Looks like we're actually getting some Bitcoin movement right now, so this might actually be a good capture. We'll keep the chat open. There's no official topics to my shows, so obviously I want to build up some engagement and get people chatting, asking questions. There's no such thing as bad questions. The only bad questions are the ones that are never asked, in my opinion. So let's get this giveaway going. Jump on my Twitter here. Lots of people retweeting my tweets. Still kind of working my way through this stuff on the giveaways. There's lots of stuff built into Twitch, which makes them really easy. But people jumping in the chat here. Get my widget going. Alright, let's go take a look at the likes. So here's everybody who liked my tweet. Should just make them do the retweet, huh? We'll start. These are the people that are actually following me and supporting me right now, so I'm going to reward them. And I appreciate you tuning in, because obviously the goal is to build followers on Twitch right now. So then I can take to affiliate status, start uploading my own videos, which is the ultimate goal. I'm going to start playing some of these indie games that I find that I'm interested into. We'll do, markets updates in the morning and on the Bitcoin candle closes, dailies, probably just, the Sunday night close, but Bitcoin's ever evolving. Price fluctuations are so severe most of the time. I pay a lot of attention to traders and people that are actually trading crypto too, but I don't know, it seems like a lot of people are just smashing themselves in the face on altcoins right now, which is something we can certainly talk about. I know a lot of people hold those and have different opinions and theories about what's actually happening right now. I certainly have my own. Oh, that coffee. I need a coffee IV right now. Up too late. Shuffling the kids to school this morning. Bitcoin. Florida Gator. I like that guy. We'll have to get him on a show for sure. chat. Really nobody in here yet, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. So, just go ahead and throw everybody in a file here. I know there's a much more efficient way to do this, but I'm in no hurry and make sure I get it right. And if you're just joining on, I'm going to extend the raffle, so don't worry about that message. Matter of fact, I'm going to cancel that one and start a new one, see if we get anybody joining in the chat room, and then we'll call out when we're going to actually do the drawing. For $8, all you got to do is jump in my chat room. That easy. If you're jumping in too, don't be shy, say hello. So we'll get one started right now. Let's put, say 20 minutes. I'll try to keep this short, half hour today. So we'll put 20 minutes on the clock. All you need to be in is in the chat room to win $8. And obviously you're gonna need a Bitcoin wallet. It was pretty funny. I actually tried to do one of these. The guy's like, what's a wallet? Oh boy. That's okay. I don't mind. I'm good at training. And helping people get started. So we'll set 20 minutes on the clock. Share, comment, like, that hit that follow button for me. I appreciate it. Let your friends know. Come join me. We'll do these on the 8th, on the Eastern probably. But I'm gonna, kind of see base it more on participation. So while we're trying to get a little bit more participation up, we'll go back to the Twitter and get all these wonderful people that supported me on Twitter. At least liked my posted tweet here, my pinned tweet for the competition and giveaway. Looking at this, it's definitely people that normally follow me, but there's definitely also some people in here that I have not interacted with, so that's what I'm looking for, to meet people that aren't really necessarily happy with the same old stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't mean to offend anybody, but there's an awful lot of people in these markets that are going to be in for a rude awakening They think they're just going to buy and hold some altcoin and get rich. Happy to have that argument. Not an argument, it's a discussion. BitMEX compound bot, love that guy. His name is the Architect, and his Discord server is on my page. So go jump in it. If you want to learn about automated bot trading, that's the way to go. Trade while you sleep. No thinking involved. That's my kind of trading. All about residual income, right? Making money while you're not doing anything. Passive income streams. Passive revenue. Bitcoin. I really like that guy. Docile holds. I gotta ask him like what his nickname is. He's a good guy too. And then last but not least, James Ty Lee. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, just make sure my numbers are accurate. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 looks good. Obviously, anybody that's going to interact with me, I'm going to follow them back. That's how this works. Generator going. See if there's any like cool RNGs. I'm sure there's one built into ODS Labs, but 13. That's cool. Seven it is. Lucky 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the Architect. He's a good guy. He deserves it. He'll laugh. It's actually one of the designers and projects of the BitMEX compound bot. Again, if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to give him a plug. He's going to get all kinds. He's going to be happy, happy, happy. Crypto compound bot. Now, we'll grab the link, put it in the chat room. He is my winner. My shameless plugs and branding. And some spell check apparently. More coffee, please. What's up, Kevin? Man, you're gonna get yourself another $8, man, because there's not much competition in there, but that's okay, because you have to start somewhere, and I don't mind building. I'm all about it. You did not win the tweet competition, though, so. Thank you for joining. And if there's anything you want to look at, markets, you know, not just Bitcoin, right? I love charting anything U.S. equities. Heck yeah, man! I'll buy you lunch every competition I have. I don't care. You keep joining, you'll just keep winning. I mean, I'm giving away Bitcoin and people, still think it's a scam. So whatever. Really don't care. Working on my branding too and some of the tactics and stuff. But, learning all this stuff and social media campaigns and marketing and all of that, a lot of it comes very naturally to me, but learning this stuff has value in itself, so I'm never afraid to fail, right? I think a lot of people are these days. Not me, man. I know better. You fail 1,000 times. You only have to be successful once to really change some things around. If more people thought like that, or if more people were willing to fail, they might find out more things about themselves. But until you challenge yourself and get yourself out of your bubble, how will you ever find out what you're capable of? I don't think I got outside my bubble to freaking get into crypto. I mean, even to buy Bitcoin. I landed here GPU mining, right? I was mining altcoins with GPU rigs, and I had to trade it in for something, obviously Bitcoin was the goal, but, my goals were always to just stack as much as I could. $10 minutes still left on the clock. So we'll go ahead and retweet that too. Pin that to the profile page. What's for lunch today, Kevin? And while we're waiting for that clock to expire for somebody to win their $8, bread and soup. All right. Okay. I hope you're not in prison or something, but if you are, that's okay too. I mean, I don't judge. But good for you. Keep it frugal, right? The way I treat calories is like I want to make them worth it. So if I'm just eating to get my energy and calories, the minimum, bare minimum. And then you can reward yourself with a nice meal. That's kind of how I do it. It's a mathematical equation. I think a lot of people don't really understand that, right? Calories in, calories burned equals waistline. What we were talking about too is kind of what's going on with these markets right now. A lot of currency manipulation, quote unquote. And we can go look at a lot of other currencies, but basically everything is devaluing now and strengthening the dollar, which is the opposite of what Trump wants. So, you know, in my opinion, that's kind of what this trade war is going on, this dirty little trade war. This has really nothing to do with the crypto or Bitcoin markets. This is pure like FX madness right now. But remember that the FX currency markets are trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. I mean, literally, you know, not comparable to the Bitcoin market cap. That's a couple $100 billion right now. But what we have been looking at is, you know, definite correlations between when the yuan is devaluing and, you know, Bitcoin going up. Now, is that some sort of pattern we can trade? You know, I don't know. But that's what analysts do, right? They look for trends, and that's what I'm watching. And I'm not, you know, I'm not professionally trading anything right now. I'm just looking for my spots, and I let the robots do the trading for me. So it makes my life a lot less stressful. I hope you win again, man. Every competition you'll just jump in here. So today it looks like you're getting a little relief there. I mean, obviously this chart looks like hell, and so does oil. Like oil futures right now are just tanking, but it's been on a several month, almost a year long decline. I think I have a chart right now for that as well. Loaded up. The front month. I mean, that's not a good look. So we'll watch that today. We'll definitely watch market open. This is just kind of a trading plan I did with somebody else who was looking to trade it. You know, this is kind of how I like to draw things. Risk, right? Know what my risk is. I wouldn't be taking any sort of leverage trade on oil, but if you were trading futures, you know, sure, why not? It's a nice looking risk reward setup. Again, this is not financial advice. I don't give financial advice. These are just my ideas. But rest of the currencies that we actually looked at, again, you know, it seems like the traders are doing one thing to kind of counter what Trump's looking to do to weaken the dollar and increase his imports so that, you know, we can kind of, or he can kind of stimulate the U.S. economy. And it really looks like the powers that be are looking to devalue their own currencies. Which brings it to, you know, brings us to a good segue, I guess, too. So, if there are the powers that be, you know, looking to actually devalue the yuan, and people know that, would they be looking to put their own money in Bitcoin? Well, clearly it's not big institutional investors yet. However, you know, I'd be hard pressed to think that at least not some private people, private wealth citizens, whatever you want to call them, you know, that have some money invested in whatever markets or basically all of their assets tied in the yuan, why wouldn't they want to buy some Bitcoin as some sort of hedge, even if it's a small percentage? So, you know, affluent investors that are more on the retail side might be creating some of these upward trends. A lot of good traders, though, still think, you know, we're due for another dip down. Clearly, this trend line, you know, is intact from the 14K top until we break that. You know, I could definitely see us doing some bouncing around in this range here off 11.6, maybe come back down and double tap 11.1. Volume's starting to decline just a little bit, but we had some really spiky action the last few days. And kind of the talk yesterday was what, somebody really didn't want to see Bitcoin jump over 12K. And that's what we're talking about too. So there's an awful lot of interest right now in Bitcoin in these markets, right? And a $200 billion market is certainly easier to keep a lid on if you want to. Now, eventually these guys will be playing musical chairs though until, there's no chairs left and someone gets left out. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. But this could drag on forever. That's what we've been talking about too. I don't look for, I'm not preaching gloom and doom in the markets or looking for market collapses or anything like that. There's plenty of cash still out there available to keep these things afloat. We haven't even started really like pumping currencies yet, but you're talking about, again, trillions and trillions of dollars involved in all of those markets. And for the last 10 years in the U.S. equities market alone, some of these companies have just been hoarding cash. You can look at like an Apple that literally just, has so much cash they could buy back whatever stock they needed to keep that thing afloat. That's not cheating. That's just using their capital available to do whatever they need to do. And that is keep their shareholder price up, right? Keep the shareholders happy. That's the name of the game if you're running a corporation. The financials did take a hit. I'm not sure exactly where we ended up. Go take a quick look at that too. Maybe we'll just look at the financial sector. Down 5% on the month, like the whole sector. So again, it's down, but not falling out of the sky by any means yet. This is just BitMEX. You can see this range here we kind of had mapped out between 12.4, and that was our local top. Kind of what we're bouncing off right now, which is that 12.0 line that doesn't seem to want to be broken right now. The 9K bottom, right? There's our double tap bottom. Trading plans, yeah, absolutely. We can look at any kind of time frame, or I want this to kind of be interactive and on demand. So I'll chart anything if you guys are actually looking for a specific time frame and just wanted to get my opinion on how I would trade it. Take that for what it's worth. That's it, buddy. Might have a couple other people in here, but pull this giveaway here so we can officially show it. That's actually something that gets built into to Crypto Watch, and those are just plotted points. I'm gonna guess that's like an average true range, but I'm not really sure. That's a great question. It's par SAR, so maybe like par price. It's kind of showing the movements, which is kind of cool actually. It's definitely showing you cascading movements. This is just Crypto Watch with a dot in between the CH at the very end. It's free. Congratulations, Kevin. Pretty sure I already have your information. So we'll get you that Bitcoin on the way. And maybe I'll take a video of it. Thank you for participating. Please, absolutely. Heck yeah, man. And, if there's something between now and the next broadcast or competition that you want to talk about specifically, trading, markets, whatever. I just love doing this, and clearly I'm passionate about it. Professional analysis is something I've just done my whole life, so it comes very naturally to me. But obviously, I'm looking to build this channel up, so appreciate the support. And, smash that follow, like button on my tweets. I appreciate that. Any kind of competition that you see come along my way, obviously I'll let everybody know about. So hopefully I can get a little advance notice and probably, give like a week and then just spam the heck out of it, right? Draw up some participation, but I want people to come here, that are interested in, like you said, learning, collaborating, getting a good community built up, and then we'll go from there. First things first, though, gotta get some followers on Twitch, so. There's also a lot of cool things here, too. I'm trying to get some of my crypto crew to jump on board and get their Twitch set up so that we can start doing some meetings live. Alright, 8:30. Unless there was anything else you wanted to look at, Kevin. Like time frame, any other coins? Yes. The compound bot. Let me get get that in the chat room before I forget. Love that compound bot. Great talent on that project. Super happy and proud of it, and proud to be associated with it. Very no nonsense kind of setup. We're not promising huge returns. It's nothing like that. It's very small positions being traded more on a swing basis. It can deleverage itself. It handles drops. It was built for volatility. It was built to compound interest. And small trades over time, right? It's not a get-rich-quick bot, it's never a good attitude to have. If you're a pro trader and you've been in the markets a long time and you're chasing, fortune and glory, that's one thing, but that's not me. I'm looking for consistent accumulation and stacking those sats, right? Low risk. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in any hurry. And, that's how I want my assets to be treated. Same way. Consistent returns over a long period of time. That's what I'm interested in. So if anyone has any questions about that too, love to talk about that. We'll get a whole show just going probably on bot trading and what's actually out there in the market versus, kind of what we're involved in. But the compound bot is only trading Bitcoin right now, and it's basically only doing, like swing trading with very small, long positions. But, if it has a position open and say the price action drops and the market changes direction and price goes lower, it will actually deleverage itself and make trades accordingly so that it lowers its own entry price, which is a little scary. I think the first time, a couple of times, you kind of see it like go underwater, and all of a sudden your P&L is low. But man, it's just been so consistent the way it pulls itself out from the depths. I mean, just awesome to watch. That's exactly what it's built for, Kevin. You know what I mean? Exactly what it's built for. And I've done all the high leverage trading, and I'm the first one to tip my own hat because I actually did really well in March. I was very proud of myself, but I also knew when to stop because I wasn't going to give those profits back. And so I don't need to day trade right now. It's doing the trading for me. Now, am I gonna make 30% a month? Probably not, but I'm happy with 6 or 7 or 10 or whatever it ends up being over the course of the year. I mean, that's just fine with me, and it's been averaging about 10%. Now, last month, we had this huge drop here, obviously with that blow off top on Bitcoin. But I think my wallet balance was, down maybe 8 or 9%. And, that's including the margin balance with the open positions that it had. As soon as this run came back up, I mean, I'm in profit again. So, it looked a little ugly for about 3 weeks. Here we are again. It's opening positions at the top of this move right now at 11.8. And if it drops down, great. Because it's just going to open up more positions. And it's basically like stacking a little savings account. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Excuse me. It depends on who you're talking to, like, right now. Right now, like, in my eyes, though, and again, I'm grabbing messages from wherever right now, guys, so if you're on Twitter, hit me there, YouTube, I really don't care anymore, because it's all linked up. It's all going to the same place to me, which is more important. I have 95% Bitcoin right now. I mean, I have some altcoin bags and projects that I mess around with and some other stuff that, maybe we can talk about, but it's a very small percentage of my, like, crypto holdings. So as far as I'm concerned, like, this is the show right now. It's what's going on with Bitcoin. It seems to be crushing the life out of most of the altcoins that have just been suffering. Now, maybe that's the time to be the contrarian, right? And start buying them and making some altcoin positions, or if you think Ethereum's looking to rally back up or bounce back. But, I'd rather sit back and not lose money while that happens and then see the trend change and then jump on then if I was looking to do that. As far as I'm concerned, though, right now, my altcoin appetite is at 0. And, I know that's not necessarily the most popular standpoint, but I don't really care about being popular. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be transparent, and I'm looking to mitigate risk. I'm not looking to dump money on long shots and wild stuff, especially right now while Bitcoin's performing. But I think what might be happening is this market might be kind of opening up to some of the people that maybe have been watching for the last couple of years. The 20K top attracted a lot of attention. And I would say, I hate to use the word mature anytime we're talking about cryptocurrency, because, man, if you're on crypto Twitter, maturity is something you have to go search for. But in a more mature, quote-unquote, cryptocurrency market, are people buying Bitcoin, the gold standard that, basically everything revolves around, or are they going to go buy some altcoins? Well, if I'm a hedge fund manager, or I'm looking to dump some Bitcoin in a fund, or even an affluent investor, why would I want to buy those things? The 2018 scam coin campaign just left a bad taste in so many people's mouths, and some of those coins are down 90-95%, and I'm the first to admit that some of the bags that I was even picking up in March and April looking to kind of quickly flip just got crushed. So, I learned the hard way, but that's how you learn sometimes. And I know some of these other things are really still popular, which we can talk about and chart. If anybody wants, to talk about Link or how it works or any of the other altcoins. I mean, I've still got some right here. You know, these are kind of some of my favorites because I think they have utility. Now, I don't know if I put Link in that bucket just quite yet, but the fact that it has a Google association and it's a newer coin versus some of these other ones that have just been bleeding out, you know, maybe I'd put it in an upper category. BNB seems to do well, you know, especially when other altcoins are suffering. I did really well with BNB this year. You know, I was buying it around $4 or $5 a coin. I think my average sell was around 28 or something like that. Now it's bouncing back up. Could it make another run to 100? Absolutely. But I'm in the United States and I just don't feel comfortable with. Well, I have no idea what's going to happen with Binance in the United States, and neither do they right now. And that doesn't make me comfortable. Not to say that it's not a good altcoin to hold or that it's not going to do well, but I want to wait and see what happens with Binance US, what's actually going to be on that, how that's going to work. I don't think BNB is actually going to be used on that exchange. Again, I just have a lot of questions, and before I'm willing to invest my own money or certainly, you know, profits that I've taken out of this market this year, you know, I'd rather just stay the course and do what I'm doing with Bitcoin. I definitely need to do a better job of announcing some of this stuff, and I think I'll probably do like a Bitcoin candle close show at 8 p.m. But maybe if I can just stick on the 8s, you know. Time zone's going to be rough because I know people in Europe, 8 p.m. Eastern is no good. I mean, that's the middle of the night. I definitely want to also include people on the West Coast United States, so that's Pacific time. But we'll sort it out. Oh, the other question too for open interest, and I'll pull up a BitMEX here, just on an account. I'm not running a VPN, and I'm in the U.S., so anytime I run BitMEX, I have to connect via VPN, and I don't really want to do that on a live feed. But maybe we'll get just, you know, a generic BitMEX account that I'll fry and not really have any money in it, so that we can actually look at some BitMEX action, because I know a lot of people don't even know what that is. Yeah, no, I get some more interactive stuff too in the chat rooms, and I've got a lot of stuff playing, a lot of cool stuff to share too. And you know, if you guys are gamers, I mean, I really want to get more into the indie gaming scene and support some of these developers. And I just stumbled upon this Forgotten Artifacts game, and I really like it because I like Diablo style games, you know, hack and slash games that are, I don't want to say mindless, but don't require me to, you know, do the intense white knuckle real time play. I just, you know, when I game, I want to relieve stress, not add it, and I'm just not into that super high stress action anymore. And this game's just fun, you know. You can, I mean, it's two you know, mouse buttons right now, just hacking, slashing it up. Any loot that you find actually ends up on the engine blockchain, and it's there. You can actually trade it, like these loot cards. I mean, I just think that's so cool, and I would love to be at the ground floor, which I certainly am. The Forgotten Artifacts link is on my my Twitch page here as well. So if you want to go check that out and jump on the server, just download the game. Requires a founder's token to basically purchase, and then he gives you some tokens to play with each day. But I've got some good clips, so, you know, go check out my page. Kevin, is there anything that you wanted to look at before I kill this one? And probably just going to do some gaming. I mean, you're on the crypto compound bot, so you're on cruise control too, man. We're like living stress free. I love it. I really do. I mean, it's just, you know, I was so stressed in March and April day trading Bitcoin, but I really wanted to do it because I wanted to prove to myself that I could. Yeah, please do, please do. I really want to support that. So, and it's like totally, pre-alpha, pre-release. I mean, very early on in the game development life cycle. But I think it's so cool because it's an independent developer. He's doing it all himself. He's doing, investing his own time, his own money, right? So he wants it to be good, right? He's not getting paid from some conglomerate to create this game. He's doing it with his own brain, his own passions. Now, obviously, a lot of it's open source. He's using engines from various games and stuff like that. But I just love that, and I want to support people like that. And he gets to create the payment system all on his own. Now, he's had some difficulties, um, learning as he goes as well. But I love supporting people like that. And I really do think that, that's why the Engine wallet and the Engine network will be one of those. I don't know if that's necessarily an altcoin play that, will perform very well, but I do think that that network will end up being very robust. It's not super popular right now because there's just not a lot of games that have been developed on it. The other one I was looking at is called Space Misfits, but I haven't actually played that yet. But, that's going to be my niche, right? I'm not going to be on here playing Fortnite. I'm going to be on here playing games that I want to, I want to play and show people that they might not know about. And there's still this huge disparity between everyone in the crypto world and then everyone else. And even some of my own friends and family. Well, that's actually a good topic. I'm actually starting to get some of those text messages from people in my life that used to laugh at me and make fun of me, and now all of a sudden they're like, "So, what about that Bitcoin thing?" Even some of the really hardcore skeptics and like some of my finance friends that really know what they're talking about are starting to go, "Oh, yeah, you still messing with that Bitcoin stuff?" Well, yeah, I will be long Bitcoin until I go to the grave or it goes to zero, whichever comes first. So, there's the answer to that question. It's gonna start, man. It'll be that 20K, range. No guarantees that happens anytime soon. I honestly, based on the macro environment and how these currencies are devaluing, as well as like things that companies like Square are reporting. I mean, they're doing $40 million a month in Bitcoin sales right now on the Cash App. That's not something that people are talking about on crypto Twitter. But that's the kind of market analysis that the new generation of people are going to need to understand. It's not just about cryptocurrency anymore. It's not just its own world. It is going to be integrated and affected by global markets. And if you don't have at least a basic understanding of global markets and how things are associated on a macroeconomic level, I wish you the best. I hate to see people dump money into things, and there's again a lot of really good traders out there, cryptocurrency world, who are not afraid of anything and literally just trade their plans and charts and understand risk. And I would say those are the few and far between versus the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of accounts on crypto Twitter that just literally spam charts to get themselves clout, and that's all they're doing. They're not actually trading. So it's just kind of a game to them to see how much engagement they can get. I didn't realize that early on either. But now it's painfully obvious. They say like 95% of all traders are not profitable. 95% of crypto trader probably doesn't trade and pretends they do. There are some good ones though. There's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of guys like even on these Twitch feeds like Bagsy and his crew. Like I like what they're doing. I don't necessarily agree with them, but they've been around crypto a long time, and they're really they're good traders on the crypto front. Again, I don't know how much traditional markets experience they have, and I think learning those sort of things is definitely going to help anybody right now if you want a long-term future in this arena. I could definitely see Bitcoin going on some sort of meteoric run and continuing to just crush the altcoins. I mean, it could definitely happen. It could also drop down and get absolutely crushed, right? I mean, that's Bitcoin. As soon as you know what's going to happen, you don't. So if you're a trader or an investor, right, you want to plan for both cases. Well, if we go on that meteoric run, am I going to be trying to FOMO in late? Am I happy with the amount of exposure I have right now if it were to run up to 100 grand tomorrow? And vice versa. You know, if we take a 50% drop today, am I overexposed, right? Would I be affected to the point where it might affect my life or, you know, make me unhappy? Well, probably that part, right? But emotional ties to this stuff is no good. And that, you know, I even got caught up, and I know how to kind of control, I don't want to say control my emotions, but I've definitely traded under high stress with high leverage before. So jumping in and doing the BitMEX thing was more of an exercise for me to prove to myself that I could do it, that I understood what I was doing, you know, and I had to learn a lot of things along the way, because trading on BitMEX with high leverage, especially during high volume times, is a game within a game. I mean, you know, there are people that are literally only playing reversals, right, so that they can go stop hunt, and they could care less about the price, right? And on top of that, BitMEX gets overloaded, so all of a sudden, you know, something's going on in the market and you miss, you know, like your stop gets hunted and it misses, or you're trying to get a trade in at the last minute to hedge, you know, something going on quickly, and then all of a sudden the system's overloaded, you can't get your trade in. You know, I definitely had a couple of positions liquidated because I couldn't get things in fast enough, and that was a real eye-opener too. Trading on BitMEX, I mean, I'd say, you know, if you can trade Bitcoin successfully, you can trade any asset on the planet. Now, some of the other exchanges are a little bit more friendly, and there's some newer ones that are, you know, don't have some of those problems. A lot of people, especially in larger accounts, have traded on Bitfinex for a long time too, which is probably a superior platform. But BitMEX is still the most popular, and it's like a video game, and I wanted to play it, and I did it well, but I also knew when to get out. And, you know, anyone can make money, right? But holding on to it's a lot more difficult. That's why I like the compound bot too. Takes all the guesswork out of it. He doesn't do stupid things and add leverage to a losing position, you know? He does the opposite. He bails himself out. He's always disciplined. He always uses the right percentage of his stack. He's always associating risk accordingly. That's what you want. I already ran to the hour. I appreciate you staying on, Kevin. I like chatting with you, so keep talking your ear off here. I even forgot to broadcast this in the Discord server, but I need to do a better job announcing. I'm not sure yet, Kevin. You know, when I'm off my normal routines right now with my job in real life, so it makes it a little bit easier. Okay. For me to do shows, but at the same time, I don't want to do shows every day, you know, or twice a day or whatever, if I'm not going to, you know, get a lot of participation. So I'm going to try to find the balance between good market updates that are providing value to people, as well as times that are better for participation. I know people have jobs like you're sitting here at lunch, so, you know, maybe 8 a.m. Eastern is not the best for everybody. So I'll just try to kind of work out the schedule according to when I get the most participation. But, you let me know, man, what works best for you, when you're going to be able to join, because you're one of the people supporting me, and I appreciate that. So I want you to join me whenever you can. So I might tailor a show around a time that, is good for you, to be quite honest. And I appreciate you sharing, my links, and word of mouth, man. Still the best advertising on the planet. I don't care what anybody says. And I don't mind investing a little bit of my own Bitcoin to kind of channel some interest into here. I want to earn people's trust, and I want to be consistent. So it's more important to me that I schedule a time and actually meet it than when the times are. But, okay. Mean reversion, absolutely. Well, I'll just kind of keep these 8 a.m. times, and maybe I'll just, do them real short, and we'll see when we get people jumping on. We'll just do basic mean reversion like that. We can also look at any of the other indicators that I use and used. But if there's anything specifically that you want to pull up too, like Ched, for instance, he's really good with some of his indicators that he likes to use, and he actually does a lot of trading on mobile, which I don't prefer. But he's a full-time trader, so getting his perspective is definitely one that we're going to want in here. You can see how this mean here, though, talking about mean reversion. I literally drew these lines as soon as we had the top. And I went ahead and kind of treated this as a deviation here. Called this my top line and this my bottom line. Obviously, the double bottom it's perfect, right? But the mean is the middle, the very middle, right? So that's 11.1. Again, that line was there from this mean, right? And this is the mean of that range. Here's the price range, 9,000, even, and around 13.1 or so. So 11.1 is the middle. The price dropped down, right? Hit the bottom. Boom, look at it, touch the mean of that range. I mean, perfectly. That's classic mean reversion. Bam. Came back down here, hit the bottom of the range, tested, rejected, went above the mean. Now we're kind of tapping on this line here at 11.6, but that was actually a range that we were using previously. So, the desire for the price range to come back down and tap the mean of that range again, 11.1. That's just very natural. That's what mean reversion is. Now this trend line, kind of sloping down, clear resistance at 12.2. That line is on Coinbase. We're gonna have to watch, but no one on the planet is gonna tell me that robots don't look at mean reversion. I mean, it's the most simple, basic mathematic formula there is, right? Average of 2 points. Yeah, start drawing lines too. And if something gets invalidated, well then it's no good, right? But I draw a lot of charts, and especially with crypto. And this is why you see like so many of the good traders and instructors in the crypto space. I use the crypto space word. I hate that word. In the crypto world, that's why they use so much naked price action. Don't let indicators get in the way. Keep things simple. So yeah, that line I think was the mean of this range. And it just seems to be bouncing off that. So that's what I'd be watching if I was looking to enter. I know a lot of people were looking to short this candle here, and that was probably a good short-term play. So, you know, that was a nice move right there, that if you shorted, you probably did pretty well there. But, again, you know, that wick was purchased on the 4 hour. Now we're going to go down here and test 11.6 again. I'd expect that to bounce up. I expect this. You know, that's what I expect in the short term. Let's go look at the 1 hour and just kind of zoom in on it. Yeah, very similar. So, MACD signal line cross, you know, indicating we're gonna come down here, price action. We might go down and dip 11.1. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Pretty low volume right now, so neither way, on the sell side or the buy side, has the advantage right now, in my opinion. And we will keep an eye on that. Market's open in about half an hour, so we'll keep an eye on that. If we need to do an update later today, we'll kind of do those as well. But I need to keep my my videos short. That's what I'm failing to do. Like, this one was an hour long, so keep the feedback coming, Kevin. And have a good afternoon. And we'll chat more. And again, I'll get that $8 in Bitcoin off to you. And appreciate you stacking those sats with me. And again, this is just the beginning, man. This is a lot of fun for me. I love building things, and you know, I'm never afraid to kind of start from scratch like this. And I never really thought about using Twitch like this, but now that I'm starting to see the possibilities of it, and it allows me to communicate via voice and still kind of, you know, maintain my anonymity, which is important to me. So, you know, go big or go home, man. We're going all the way. I want to get affiliate on this channel, and I might end up having it be more of like a closed caption, you know, crypto markets update 24/7 with me doing live feeds and then the gaming stuff as I go. But we'll just have to see how it evolves, and I'll adapt and evolve with it, and, you know, be open-minded. And man, you know, that's what cryptocurrency is all about. And thank you again, Kevin, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a good afternoon. We'll see you on the Compound Bot server as well. And go CB, and have yourself a good afternoon, sir.